Colson, you're still wearing Pacers gear. What's going on?
Hell yeah. I put this on proudly this morning. It was a big Pacer day.
So you could proudly burn it later?
No. In fact, my wife put on a Pacer shirt today as well. And then after the lottery went sideways, she went dancing and then came back and put on another Pacer shirt because she knew how devastated I was. She's all in. She's very supportive.
Was the dancing because of the draft or
huge Clippers fan in her Pacer shirt?
Okay. Good to know.
Dancing on our grave.
She wore the Pacers shirt out, and apparently nobody asked her about it. I was warning her. I was like, all right, if anybody asks, tell him that your husband is okay, but he's very sad.
Yeah, so just prepare to...
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect. Yeah, so just prepare to...
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
That train is off the track.
I feel like you can't just like jump through Neptune and be okay.
Just prepare to...
What the show needs is more dogs and bears and chickens and stuff.
Yeah, so just prepare to be awash in unbeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacers fans. You were listening to the Undebeatables, your semi-weekly Pacers podcast. Today is Sunday, May 10th, 2026, and this is episode 817. Coming to you from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm your host, Joey Gaffrida, the man behind the dials. This show, we're going to discuss the Travis Shamakery that was the week of Pacers basketball. Joining me this week are two of our three analysts, coast to coast, like buttered toast. First, from Asheville, North Carolina, he's our in-house bartender, mixing up the drinks and the crappy jingles. It's the muffler of truth, John Colson.
What is up, Pacer Nation? What is up, Undebeatables? Shout out to mothers. Happy Mother's Day. My mother's the best, but I'm sure all your moms are pretty cool too.
Say hi to your mom for me.
I know you're being nice, but it sounds weird.
From Tacoma, Washington, out west, it's our enforcer, John Harper.
What is going on, fellas? That's all I got right now. Saving it up.
It was a weird day, man. So this is a little bit different episode. But, well, before we get into it, just want to remind you, you can become a patron of our show for as little as $1 per month. Thanks. We had a new patron. Thanks to listener Aaron, who has joined the ranks of the patrons.
Was that before we didn't get our lottery pick? Was that before we burned the whole thing to the ground? Okay.
Yeah, it was before.
It's bad timing.
It may have been like a plea, to the universe to try to turn our luck the right way. Say, hey,
sure,
put your money where your mouth is. But we can't affect this outcome. So what had happened today, John Colson?
Okay, today was the lottery, and
you can't win if you don't play, right?
That is exactly right. So we got our numbers, and we had traded away our pick this year to the Clippers if our lottery odds put us in below the top 4 pick. And so the Pacers needed to get a top 4 pick. We had the second worst record. We had a 52% chance to land in the top 4. And we landed in the 5th spot. And our pick goes to the Clippers. We can't have anything nice,
year,
Joe.
Right? Next year we get their pick, right?
No. We don't owe them a pick in 31 now, which is nice.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Hold on. So we just lost it?
Yeah.
He gone.
Yeah. We just give them our pick now.
I thought it was another year. Like we would give
No.
them the...
No. We also gave them our 2029 unprotected draft pick, Joe.
unprotected first round pick.
Yeah. So we gave up Benedict Mathurin, the 6th pick overall.
Right.
Isaiah Jackson, promising young, bouncy big guy. This year's 5th round pick, and then the 2029 first round pick.
Not the 5th round pick.
5th overall.
The 5th overall pick, and then the 2029 draft pick for Zubats. So he better work out, buddy. He better work out. We gave up an awful lot for this guy. Now we were always going to give them 2 draft picks. So if this had conveyed to us, if we'd gotten a top 4 pick, we would have kept that top 4 pick, but we would have owed them the 2031 unprotected draft pick. We always were going to give them 2 first round draft picks.
Okay, that's what I meant. Was it was either this one or a later one, right? Like,
yeah, we were always going to give them 2. Yeah.
Okay, so this wasn't. Okay, I get it.
We don't give them a 3rd one now.
Okay,
we just don't. We don't have to give them the 31.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Okay, it was either we just wanted to give them a later pick, and they got
This draft
pick.
is considered historically good.
And we were in a good position. We were in the best position we could be in.
We've ever
by
been.
losing.
Yeah,
we've ever been in.
We've never been this bad.
We better never been this elite at losing. And the problem becomes that they're going to fix the tanking thing and whatever. They've said they're going to fix the tanking thing, so we can't even do this again.
Probably good news for us because we historically
we don't
do that.
Tank.
Yeah.
Right.
So we may have better odds with a better record.
Oh, okay, sure.
So that could be good for us.
Depending on
So the NBA is going to start rewarding winning? What's the point?
Yeah, we don't. There have been a variety of proposals, and there probably will be a bunch of things they throw at the problem next year. We won't know until then. But the lottery as it was today will not be the same way next year.
I would be surprised if we don't see flattening of the odds in some form or other. But our team is going to be super good. We're not going to be a lottery team unless they really change. Unless they make it a 30-team format, we're not going to be a lottery team next year.
Yeah. Because if you make the playoffs, you're not a lottery team.
One other issue I had, and I mentioned this in Slack, but there were a lot of people in the room. We were having Mother's Day lunch, and I couldn't really hear the commentary, and so I was watching the screen. I could see everything, and I'm watching everything, and I'm just like looking for. I'm like, if the pace, I just, as they're coming down, from what is it, 14 or 16? 14.
Yeah, 14. Yeah. They're
coming 14 and down, and I'm like, as long as we don't see Pacers until the top 4, then we're money. And that's not the way they showed it, So they had already accounted for. So they show the 5th one, and it's the Clippers, and I was like, oh. All I'm looking for is the Pacers, and there's no Pacers. I'm like, sweet, that means we're top 4. And then I was like, heck yeah. And
then you were sad.
This also threw off my wife. She was like, oh, it's not the Pacers. You're good. You made the top 4. I'm like, no, the Clippers is us because they've accounted for that trade already.
Yeah. So I didn't like that either, because it
also
inflated my.
They did this weird,
self-worth.
awkward thing where they interviewed, a couple of the top picks and their mothers for Mother's Day. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they brought in everybody for this thing. It was very odd.
I feel like they just had to make it. They had to add more to it because it's just nothing. Also, can someone explain to me the combination of balls? Or I tried to explain my understanding of the whole thing to my mother the day before, and the longer I talked, the more insane it sounded. And then I didn't even realize about the combination of balls. There's some sort of combination, but in effect, there's no even pretending that it's happening live. They just hold up a card and this is the person who gets it.
It happens in the room before. Yeah, I mean that's
directly beforehand.
Yeah.
But there's is there anybody watching this process?
Yeah,
or
they have journalists in there, and they have like lawyers in there.
They have representatives from the teams, I think, in there.
Yeah, but the people on the stage don't know whether they've won or not.
Okay.
And the people that are in the back aren't allowed to have phones, so no one can tweet out or call anybody. So it happens directly before, and then they come out on stage and open up the sealed envelopes based on the lottery balls in the background. And you're right. There's like 1,000 combinations for the Pacers to have gotten their pick.
I don't know. It's not a good viewing experience, I guess. I didn't think. Like, it just, to me, it's like some guys just like hold. He's like, all right, here's this one, and I'm like, all right, like,
Yeah.
this one's the Wizards. This one's the Hornets.
I don't know that you're ever going to make the draft lottery like a great viewing experience for people, right? I mean, it's...
Can't they do, like...
But I'm with you, Joe. Why don't we do it a little bit like they do the lottery numbers, because they are using that lottery machine with the little ping pong balls coming up, right? Why wouldn't we just have...
I would love to watch balls bouncing around.
Right, and why don't we have ping pong balls with the logos on it? And just, if that one comes up, you get it, right? If you put 1,000 balls in there that are the Pacers, and 1,000 balls that are the Wizards, and 10 that are, the Bulls, and let the Bulls get the first pick.
I think you might get annoyed after 5 Bulls comes up in a row, and they keep having to re-roll the round.
Okay, good call.
It's not as fun as you might think.
Fair enough. Yeah.
What do you think about this, Joey? Did we make a
You
mistake
didn't like
here?
the experience.
Right, but what do you actually think about this for the Pacers?
I mean, for the team, I mean, it's clearly not good, but, and I was, in the discussion I was having with my family about this, I was like, if we get, say we get top 3, well, obviously top 3 or top 4, we could turn that into, some really good draft collateral, or some collateral for a trade, because I was like, I mean, like for this next season, we're like, all right, go out and get somebody because if we're gonna push for the championship, let's do it now. We got a bunch of good players, and it's either you get a highly sought after prospect, or you get a proven vet. Like, go get him now. So that's I was still happy with what we saw from Zubats, and I think that him, see the team that we have, we have no pick at all, I guess, this year. So our team is on the floor, aside from whatever we do in the off season, which isn't going to be much, right? So I mean, I think that this team, obviously the team that went to the finals is competitive. Halliburton's not going to, you would think, come back on firing on all cylinders, but we're just going to add Zubats, who really does shore up one of the biggest deficiencies we had at that position, which is rebounding, blocking people out,
Sure.
Doing things that the center position needs to be doing, and so I think this team could be just as good or better than what we had. So I'm hoping that it would have just been a nice bonus for this, but not necessary, just to our overall plan. I mean,
Sure.
We went to the finals, and I get that it was, maybe a freakish run, but these guys, a lot of them got a good taste of winning, and I think their expectation is that we're doing it again, and we can watch with a healthy team. We can watch, Chicago. We can watch them try to rebuild, like all in the rear view. We'll see Chicago. We'll see whatever Milwaukee's trying to do. We'll get to see like the smoldering ruins of their franchise in the rear view as well. And also, honestly, I think you look at the playoffs this year, and I was like, this team we had would have been good. I was like, we could do this again next year. Like, a bunch of these teams are not impressive. Are you scared of Philadelphia right now?
Well, Philadelphia's gone.
Yeah. The Knicks weren't.
Did you watch that afternoon game? So not only did my Pacers lose the top 4, the Knicks went ahead and broke an NBA record for 3-pointers in a playoff game, and they were up by 27 at half. It was ridiculous.
Once they had 70 points in the first, in the second quarter with plenty of time to play, I was like, I think we're good here.
Yeah.
So I didn't continue to watch that game because
probably not a good use of your time. I mean, as far as it goes, nothing has really changed as far as our original analysis on any of this, right? Like, the Zubats trade made a lot of sense for us as a team trying to get better in the playoffs, right? We needed a big, we got a big. This is a guy who last season got 57 all NBA defense second round votes. Like, he a lot more than Miles Turner has ever gotten, right? This is an upgrade for us at center versus where we were. Did we give up a lot to get him in terms of 2 draft picks? Yes. Did we give up a lot in terms of Mathurin and Isaiah Jackson? I would argue no, because we got a better contract coming back. Mathurin was not keepable, and Isaiah Jackson was a project, right? So all that geometry still makes sense. Pritchard, after this happened, his statement was, I'm really sorry to all our fans. He said, I own taking this risk. Surprised it came up 5th after this year. I thought we were due some luck. But please remember, this team deserved a starting center to compete with the best teams next year. We've always been resilient. Which is absolutely true, and I agree with those sentiments. And maybe we were due a little bit of luck, but, maybe this is the tank gods talking to us.
You think
right?
this is a little Miles Turner catching strays?
We needed a center.
We needed a start. We needed a starting center.
Well,
I mean,
this is after he left. But the reality is, when we lined up this trade, we knew that this was going to be an option. In fact, I told our fans that we had a 100% chance of getting the 5 pick, right? Mm-hmm. And so we did. It was always the modal outcome, right? We had a twice as high chance of getting that pick as basically any other, right?
Yeah.
If we had really wanted to do something clever, what we should have done was donated the 2 or 3 pick, right? And we would have had an 86% chance of keeping that pick, right? If you take 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 or so, right? So we could have protected that pick differently instead of just protecting 1 to 4 consecutively. Even if you're giving up the 1 pick overall, had we pulled that ball, that would have been sad. But trading that for, a much higher chance of keeping your pick overall may have been a better play for us in the long run. It's one of those
build in the bad luck.
The fact that we're not going to get.
So look, we as a franchise, it is impossible for Indiana to get the number 1 pick.
It's just a way to increase your probabilities, because what they really want is that number 1 pick anyway, right? So you could have gotten more back. You might have been able to get the 5 and the 6 if you'd offered them the 1, and you've only got a 14% chance on the 1. But there's no limit to how you protect those picks. You can go 1, 3, 5, 7 protected, and the other ones aren't, right? You can do whatever you want there. It's just one of those things that GMs
does that, yeah.
One of those things that GMs just don't leverage very well, right? Yeah. And so, there probably were better options. And like I said, this was the modal outcome. The other thing to kind of look at here is that once you do get to the 5th, part of what Pritchard et al. We're looking at here is, at that point, it just turns into a bunch of point guards, right? Yep. At the number 5 is likely going to go to the Clippers, probably. This guy, Kingston Flemings, who's, he'll probably go number 6. It's Keaton Flagler is probably the guy we would have picked there. And he's a 1-2.
A-cuff guy that everybody likes.
Right, he's a point guard.
Yeah.
You're not going we're not going to draft a true point.
Right.
It just wouldn't make any sense for us. We would trade down.
You're exactly right. The trade is the trade, right? And in fact, I'm not mad about today's outcome versus the Zubats trade, right? Because we made that trade. We gave up 2 first-round draft picks. We gave up Mathurin. We gave up Jackson for Zubats, right? And when we made that trade, this was always a probability. But the bet that Pritchard made was, we don't care about anything that's not 1 through 4, right? Now, there is an outcome in which one of these teams grabs a point guard and one of these other 4 players falls to 5, and that would be disastrous. That would be heartbreaking, and that may happen.
If Caleb
to us
Wilson's
because-
on the board, then yeah, we're going to be real sad.
Yeah, exactly. So there was the Debonsa.
It'll likely be DeBonsa, Peterson, Boozer, and Caleb Wilson in that order.
Right, and if one of those guys falls, we will be. It's close to. Anyway, that will be a different story. We got our guy, and we got Zubats can rebound. He can set picks. He can be slow, and it's possible that he run off the floor in certain series. But we're aware of that. We know that we can put Obi in a run and gun 5 spot. Like we think that this is the guy that's going to help us beat the Chet Holmgrens and the Wembanyamas of the world, right? The idea is that we're going to be able to battle elite big men because we have one now. That was the trade we made. What hurts me is that this was a chance to get a top 4 pick, right? And in an elite year, they're saying these 4 guys are franchise changers. And as a Pacer fan, I've never been able to look at my franchise and go, okay, I was in the finals, and I'm playing amongst, with the very best. And to keep up with the very best, I can add a generational player that's going to be here for the next 5 to 10 years for me, right? So the Pacers have been to the finals before. We've been competitive before. Reggie Miller was never a top 10 player, but Jermaine O'Neal was, and so was Paul George, right? Those guys kept us competitive, but then either injuries or, betrayal has those guys gone. We have right now in Halliburton an elite playmaker and shot maker who's never going to be a top 10 player, but can be a top 15 player maybe. And if you were able to pair him along with Siakam and a true center with one of these guys that could be elite for a long time, you could be in the conversation with the OKCs and with the San Antonio Spurs. And by not getting one of these guys, we're just back here hoping we hit crazy jump shots again and go on another miracle run because we're not going to have that consistent level superstar on our team. That's what breaks my heart today. We had a chance to be where we are plus something super special. And today we're still really good. We're a really good team. We're going to, I think, be vying for a championship next year. But we're not going to be playing in the same sandbox that these other franchises are.
You never know how these draft picks are going to turn out. Like.
Oh, I agree. I think 2 of them will probably be busts, right? I mean,
Right.
That's the nature of the history of the draft, right? Somebody's going to be injured or somebody's going to be a head case, right?
That? Was that Anthony Bennett or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's possible
he's out of the league,
Right. And also there's going to be somebody in the second round that ends up being the, like a Jokic or something, that's going to emerge out of nowhere.
Probably.
For sure. Sure. Yeah. That's the nature of drafts. But there was a real chance here to get somebody really special.
There was, the probability was there, but there's just there's no guarantees in that stuff. Unfortunately, like we looked at Philly, like Philly's still the process. Like we're still watching the process, and they got swept in the second round. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't want to be those guys, right?
Yeah. Like there's some world in which the Pacers got a top 4 pick, but it wasn't this one, and that's it's just not that surprising. It's sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I would have loved to have the number 1 overall pick, but like our chances of that were just simply not that high.
Well, they were slightly better than a coin flip, right? We were going to get
the number 1 pick was 14%.
Right. The number 1 pick. Fun fact, Joe: the Pacers are one of 6 teams to never have the number 1 pick.
Where's your fun fact, John?
It gets more fun. We are one of 3 teams that have never had the first pick or won a championship. So we can't win on either side. Is
So
what I'm saying.
elite company. Elite.
That's right. Memphis and the Jazz are the other 2.
So it's never won a championship and never had a number 1 pick?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
The Jazz got the number 2 pick this year. Coming up.
They did. Washington, Utah, Memphis, Chicago in front of us.
Washington is doing a lot of things, right? They went and traded for Trae Young and Anthony Davis, and now they're going to have a number 1 pick. That could be great. They'll probably screw it up because they're Washington.
But that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
no matter what happened at the lottery, they're still Washington, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
They can't flip over a thing and be like, "Hey, guess what? You're the Spurs now." Like, you're gonna be good.
Utah has got a really great young core, and this could probably work out for them. Memphis, oh God, I hope something nice happens to them after the jaw thing fell apart. But and then Chicago is one of the most poorly run franchises in the NBA, and they got the 4th pick. So I'm sure they'll figure out how to screw this up too.
I mean, Ja is troublesome, but he's still like on the Grizzlies, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's on the Grizzlies like Paul George was on the Pacers.
I mean, look, you're right. It's not franchise ending, right? We're still a good team, and again,
No,
I don't think the
nothing
trade
changed
changes. It's the trade we made, but I think there was a chance here. There was just an outside chance that something special and amazing could happen. And again, you're right. Who knows? These guys might not work out, and we could have picked the guy and it not work out.
They're
Throws
gonna
the
work
chemistry
out.
off.
They're going to work out, man. These are really good players with really good heads on their shoulders. I hate to say it, but I really think that 3 of these 4 at least are going to be, all NBA players.
Yep.
But
all NBA.
I mean, it's just, again, the odds are the odds, and, our lottery ball didn't come up. It just is what it is. Nothing changed for us. You can't count on a 14% chance of anything happening. Can't build your franchise around that.
No, I do like that Pritchard's thing was, I really thought our luck was going to change this time, essentially is what he said.
fool.
No, he said we thought we were due this season.
Right.
Because we
Okay.
did have a spate of injuries. But, you can look at it the other way and say that, this is basketball karma because we were pretty clearly tanking, right? That growth mindset,
Jason had been texting me, and he said 14% of the time it works all the time. And I don't know what he meant by that.
Nice.
I don't know if you guys listened to Bill Simmons, but he said that basketball karma, we should have gotten the number 1 pick. That would have been the best outcome. And
I mean, I agree with him.
And let's see, I got an Athletic article here. Hollinger also said that the most honorable team to win obviously would be Indiana, whose year-ending tanking was just as brazen as anyone else's, but rebuilt itself into an NBA Finals team without tanking at all beforehand. So, I don't know. So it seemed like at least the wonks thought we deserved this. I'm not sure why Adam Silver didn't think we deserved it.
So, do you guys have any suspicion that the results of this are not above board?
I mean, this is just literally the modal outcome. This is the most likely thing that
math.
could have happened statistically.
Sure.
So it's hard for me to be screaming conspiracy.
I also,
What about last year was?
Yeah, I love conspiracy theories, and I do feel like it seemed a little too perfect that the Dallas got the number 1 pick after their team imploded and they traded Doncic. This doesn't make sense to me. I mean, the Clippers are on the shit list of the league right now. I can't imagine giving them a 5th pick is something they would want. I do love conspiracy theories. This one doesn't seem like they were punishing us particularly. Do I believe that there was a frozen envelope and Ewing was given to the Knicks instead of the Pacers? Sure, I believe that in '85 or whatever.
It's a different time.
Different time. Math's the math, We always had 26% chance, which is the most chance to get was the 5th pick, and that's what we got.
Yeah, 27.8 actually, almost twice as high as anything else, other than the 6th pick, of course, which was 27 or 20%.
Now, this is also, if we had tried a little bit harder and gotten the worst record in the league, we wouldn't be here. So the Wizards got the first pick because they tanked harder.
The odds are the same, right?
Yeah, I don't know that I follow that logic particularly.
Well, it's still 52% for the top four, but the 1 seed can't get a 6th spot. They can only go to the 5th spot.
It would have been a 47.9% chance of that one spot.
That they get the 5th, yeah.
Yeah, instead of split between the 5 and 6.
I feel like this was a bunch of like mathematicians, lawyers, and business people got in a room and made it as complex as they possibly could.
Next year's still going to be fun. We're still a good team as long as Halliburton comes back healthy and everybody's healthy. It's a great time to be a fan. It's just really, really disappointing because, there was a chance for something special here, and it didn't happen.
So who gets the blame?
I mean, again, the trade was the trade. I think we probably overpaid a little bit at the time to get Zubats, but that didn't affect this. And we tried real hard. We tanked real good, so it's hard to blame the coaching staff or the players on that.
Yeah,
I think this is just math. It's just numbers. It just sucks.
Yeah, I mean it does, but I found it hard to believe then, and I find it hard to believe now that that it was impossible for us to drive a better bargain for Zubats than we got. But so that, as far as that goes, it's on Pritchard.
Right. I mean, they wouldn't have made the trade, right, if we
blowing up.
didn't do what we did. Right.
I think that they would have.
Okay. Do you
who
think
knows?
that if we tried to trade for Zubats now, that would have been the way to go? Did we have to do it mid-season?
Well, we had that issue with Matherin, right? Like,
right. Well, that's the thing. We didn't want to pay to bring him back. That was always going to be the case. And the reason they traded Zubats is because they really were interested in getting a top pick from a team that was tanking, which is what we were.
Sure. But we could have, like I said, we could have changed the architecture to make that more favorable to ourselves and still made it quite enticing to the Clippers. I don't think they walk away from a chance at a number 1 pick.
so yeah, because the number 5 pick you're saying was the most likely, and that one was the scenario we gave away, right? Like,
Rip.
Yeah. But again, the gamble is it's only a 4-person draft. I mean, you're going to find good kids from 5 below, but the generational talent was in the top 4. That's the gamble.
I would argue that there's pretty darn good talent up to 10 or 12, but it doesn't work as well for the positions of need, right? It's real point guard heavy.
right.
And we just, it's not a need for us. I mean, not only do we have Halliburton, we also have Nemhard. It's just, we have no need for that. We need
and it's
shooting and
yeah.
things.
And you've got your TG McConnell is, you don't want to like a development guy chewing up McConnell's minutes too. I mean, I guess you could, but we've chosen to keep him, and we should play that man.
Yeah. Sure, but I mean, he's probably not going to be, your main backup 3
That's
years
true.
from now. I mean, it's probably not a bad time to find somebody to start filling in. But you don't pick a 5th pick to be a backup point guard, right? You ideally, if you're drafting in the top 5, you want to draft a starter. It's the idea, at
So we
least.
find your
Good
Jarris
luck on
Walkers of the world, right? Benny Matherins.
That's right. Well, that's the other thing, right? We've got a lot riding on this Jarris Walker for all of the tough seasons we've had in the last 5 years. We ended up with just Jarris Walker out of it,
And a Zubats.
and I guess a Zubats. You can also
I mean,
say
Zubats is an elite player.
So, yeah. I'm real anxious to see how it fits. I think he's going to be great for us, and I do think that sometimes it's not going to work, but I think that he adds something that we haven't had since, I don't know.
Jermaine O'Neal?
Ever? Yeah, exactly, Jermaine O'Neal.
Yeah. No, I mean, for sure that. I mean, he's going to be the second best player on the floor in tons of sets. right? He's the most efficient scorer that we have. He's the best rebounder that we have. These are pretty important parts of basketball. I mean, this guy shoots, 65% from the field? Yeah. He's an excellent pick and roll guy. Like, yeah, I mean, he's not as fleet of foot as Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, but you get in a half-court set deep in the playoffs. This is exactly who you want on the floor.
Right. And like I said, there are a ton of big men that you've got to guard, and you've got to guard with somebody big and good at defense, and he's that.
I don't know if anybody can guard Wemby, but that's a whole other pod.
Maybe DeBonsa could. I don't know.
Yeah. DeBonsa and Peterson together probably could.
Did you see the other night? Gobert grabbed Wemby's arm from behind, and Wemby still gets the block. And while he's being fouled, rejects the shot, and as a Wembanyama does, he tries to help with the counter, the attack on the floor. And then I think it was Big Cat, or no, who was it? Oh, Ant grabbed him.
And then he took the extra step of even trying to help the referees make that call. What a hero.
Kind sir, you seem to have missed something.
That series has been great.
It's been all right.
Did you guys watch any Game 3 was, I think the Spurs were up 14-1, and then Ant decided he was just going to show up and drop a quick 14 or whatever to catch them back up before the quarter ended. They were only down 1 by the end of the first quarter. It was just really fun. I'm hoping they win tonight, and it's all squared up at 2-2. That's my hope.
Victor got ejected for a flagrant here in into the third quarter. They were up 4, but without the best player on the court. So,
wow. Okay, ejected for a flagrant.
I hope he made it worth it.
I mean, you got the best ability is availability, Joe.
The best ability is being 7'6" and athletic. Availability is fine.
Yeah, but if you're 7'6" and athletic, but you're not there, doesn't
tell that to Kawhi Leonard. Not a strength for him, but he's still pretty good.
Yeah. LeBron's still great, but only has one more game left in this because the Thunder go on these 30-0 runs every game. These games have been really close with the Lakers and the Thunder in the first half and the first even 3 quarters, and then they just run out of steam, and the Thunder go on a 20-2 run.
The Thunder are doing. They're staying even with their bench.
Yeah, it's insane.
They're so good.
Mitchell is like their best player. He's like, I mean, he's not, but he's playing amazing. He's their like 6th or 7th man.
Yeah, McCain showing out. I'm still mad at Philly about that. Do not trade with that team.
Ugh. Well, there's always next year.
I feel like that's how we end.
Spoiler alert: we're not getting the number 1 pick next year.
Oh no! God.
Well, I mean, you know what? Actually, that would be really cool.
No, it would not.
If we did get it,
that would be horrible news.
No, if they like completely flattened the odds, like 1 through 30, and then they just gave it to us, something like that, just because they. Anyway, yeah, we've missed it. We've missed a good crop of kids, and I don't plan to be back in the lottery in a long time, Joe.
No, nope. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, it was a tough year. And this is not the payoff I was looking for.
Yeah, well, we had that growth mindset, which I think got us something, right?
Next year, I'll tell.
Yeah. We got a Zubats out of it, so.
We got a Zubats and an improved Jarris Walker. So.
And an improved Jarris Walker.
Yep.
And
a J Huff probably off the bench.
Sure. What about your Micah Potters of the world?
I don't know. I think they're both going to have to fight it out for that backup center spot.
I think J Huff has the inside track on that one.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Over that reverse dunk.
That's right. Well, I mean, this way we don't have to like make room for a new player. You know, like that was going to be weird.
Those are problems we like to have, but
No, I mean, because we still got we got Shepard and Walker and Toppin and Huff and McConnell. That's your bench. You don't have to make room for a new guy.
Yeah, I mean, where are we going to put his locker? I mean, this is an impossible problem to solve.
Right.
Thank God.
Yeah, you should write a thank you letter to the NBA.
Yep.
So because the Pacers didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah,
I guess you're looking at the silver lining.
I kind of wish that the NBA was more rigged so that we would. I feel like because I feel like they'd be like, all right, they haven't had a number one pick ever. Let's give it to them this year. If it was rigged, they probably would have done that. Don't you think?
I still think they would have given it to Washington.
Oh, God, Washington's terrible. I guess it's a bigger market.
It's a bigger market that needs help.
Yeah. Well, I guess we don't need the help, right? We were in the finals. But, man, I feel like you got to keep up with the Joneses. And if the Joneses are the Thunder, we are way behind.
And we got to keep up with the Gilgeous Alexanders, I think.
Yeah.
That's always been my saying.
Well, and at this point, we got to keep up with the Knicks. They're just on fire. They're in fuego.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the Knicks.
I mean, they're the same team. The Thunder are basically the same team.
Yeah, and we were
the Pistons are the only team that's you feel like it's changed a lot.
I think the Bucks have changed a lot.
Yeah. Also not scared of those guys.
Yeah, and it looks like they're probably going to blow up Cleveland, right? This is not going well for them.
I don't know what else. I mean, I feel like they already did. This was their reinvention.
That's right.
Did not go well.
Oh.
That's not done yet.
Yeah, it's not done, man. You're right. We're pulling. I know you're pulling for your Cleveland Cavs there, buddy.
Of course. It's not done.
All they,
it's 2-1.
Yeah, and all they got to do is win the next one at home, and it's a 3-game series, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Get out of here. All right, let's get out of here. You get out of here first.
You get out of here.
And then we'll end the show. We'll be with you as much as we can over the playoffs and the summer here. But until next time, you can find us on Twitter. We are at Undebeatables, Facebook.com/TheUndebeatables. Our website is TheUndebeatables.com. There's a contact form there. You can use that to send us a message. Email, shout out at TheUndebeatables.com. And at the website /store for merch.
For the architect, Donnie Walsh, and our once and always Hall of Fame coach, Bobby 600. Turn out the lights, the party's over.
I thought I was going to get something much angrier from you today.
Well,
has this defeated you in some way?
It has a little bit. My only concern really is that somehow one of these four players will drop to the 5th pick. At that point, I will be devastated. And I'm just preparing. I'm steeling myself for that now, right? Like, at that point, is Pritchard's job on the line at that point?
That's such a weird way to fire somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you should feel... Yeah, I'm with you. You shouldn't feel any differently about this trade today than you did yesterday.
I mean, you're right. The trade was the trade, but I just have this terrible feeling that Caleb Wilson is going to drop to 5. Just have this terrible feeling.
Or that Keaton Wagler is going to be the best shooter in the league.
Right.
God, all these names sound made up to me. Keaton Wagler?
And how is Boozer the name of a professional athlete?
Right.
Twice. Makes no sense.
Or, there's people that are concerned about Peterson and his injuries or his desire to play, and then he drops to the 5th pick and he ends up being the next Michael Jordan. Like that stuff bothers me a little bit. It concerns me.
The most made-up sounding name is definitely Kingston Flemings. He sounds like British aristocracy.
It just seems like name generator stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all AIs. They're not actually people, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just further proof we're in the sim, guys.
I would like to be in a different sim where we get the number 1 pick. That'd be
that
great.
14% sim.
That's right.
Were you taking Debatza,
I
or
was
are you
taking
taking
Debatza.
Peterson?
Oh, I was taking Debatza for sure, without a doubt. In this sim though, in the 14% sim, we also won the finals. So I'm just being greedy in this sim.
What do you guys know about this Russell Moon I keep hearing about?
I have never
Moon?
heard about Russell Moon.
You're making that name up.
I didn't make it up, but it was made from a random name generator. So
Yeah, next show we can do a made up or real with these lottery
that's
draft
true.
names. See how Joey does.
not good.
Joey,
Yeah.
real or made up?
Okay.
Yaxel Lindenberg.
Well, I think that was Charles Lindbergh's great grandson, but made up.
No, it's true. It's Laxel Lindeborg. Sorry.
Oh!
You would have known if I'd said Lindeborg.
It's your pronunciation.
Right.
That's the problem.
Okay, real or made up? LeBaron Philin Jr.
Okay. No, not even close, dude.
That person's predicted to go 11th overall.
LeBaron?
LeBaron.
Is it say LeBron?
No, La Baron.
I hope the parents thought it was. Maybe it was just one of those, like, the name got mixed up on the. There's a typo on the birth certificate, and the parents were like, it's cool.
Can't change it. Too much paperwork.
Just leave. Too much
Yeah.
paper. What was the rest of the name? LeBaron. What is it?
Philin Jr.
Philin. Philon.
Okay, so junior means there's more than one LeBaron.
LeBaron Philin Sr. somewhere.
So the parents were not shocked at the name.
No.
How about Jaden Quaintance?
Jade. I feel like there's a lot of Jadens playing basketball. So
Yeah.
I would sign off on a Jaden.
Bennett Sturts.
No, that's fake.
Koa Pete. These are great
You're not
names.
even giving me answers. These are all real.
These are all real.
Koa Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah. My personal favorite's Dalen Swain. I don't know. I feel like that dude should be on a soap opera.
Or an action hero.
I feel like Koa Pete sounds like a Western hero or something.
He's a gunslinger, is he?
Yeah.
A gunslinger, or potentially like a brand of chaw.
Sure. Yeah.
A brand
Give
of
me a
boots,
can of
maybe.
that Koa.
Give me a can of that Koa Pete.
Well, we won't know because we don't have a draft pick, Joe.
What about what do you think about second to bottom shelf whiskey, Koa Pete?
I was gonna say Scotch because
Yeah,
it smells
Scotch.
a
Okay.
little peaty, right? Yeah.
Sure, yeah, it is peaty.
Second to bottom shelf.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but you don't.
It's
You're not
For the money,
aiming
it's
for it.
not bad.
it's
Right.
Koa, you know.
It's Koa. It's fine.
Oh, God. It's
Well,
Koa.
I hope I'm going to draft Russell Moon at 31st this year. Do we get a second round pick? Let's get Russell Moon.
I don't know if we get a second round pick. That's a good question, Joe. I feel like we already gave that to the Thunder or something.
Do they just automatically sweep up all of the picks that you don't claim for yourself somehow?
If you don't lock them down.
Yeah, gotta protect them manually, or
Okay, the Pacers do not have a second round draft pick.
Oh, we traded it to the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
yeah, via Milwaukee
via
somehow.
Milwaukee.
I don't know what the hell we're doing.
Okay.
And then 2027's that we've got our first rounder, and then one of those really weird second round things where it's the most least favorable in 3 different cascading orders.
Right.
It's like impossible to know what happens. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
feel like you could just solve a lot of these with just. I think it would be more interesting if we could just do with like you'd have your representatives, but they should just like roll a d20 or something, and I think that would Dude, doing a draft order like that would be way more fun. A roll off? I would do that. Something. Picking up
Yeah,
these
he's
cards
behind
sucks.
closed doors, right?
No.
I want to see the 1,000-sided die pushed out onto the stage.
That would be amazing. Would you watch that? Like, and now they could have said, "Hey, the closed door meeting has finished," and they could have just put 1 to 15 on the screen, and we all could have gone home.
I mean,
You know,
you can just wait until 3:30 and then check ESPN.
it's true.
That's what would have happened if you did that.
That way, you're not disappointed in real time. Then,
Yeah.
So, Joe, I was, I've had surgery, so I don't move around that well. And I was concerned that I was going to have to go to the bar because I don't have cable.
Oh,
I just have
sure.
Netflix and shit. And there's one at the bottom of the hill, but I was really concerned about going down there and standing for the whole half hour, right? And, getting the channel on for me and then losing the pick and walking back up the hill. I was really not looking forward to that.
yeah, no.
What I did is I put a paper clip in the back of the TV and got just a local antenna feed.
That was enough.
Yep.
For like the
Yeah, and I got ABC on that. And now I realize I can watch actual local TV.
Build a little fractal antenna out of paper clips.
Yeah,
I like it.
and connected it to a coat hanger. It's a whole thing. But I was very pleased with myself, and that was my afternoon. That way, I didn't have to go to the bar, so I could sit quietly and weep in my own house.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean-
shout out to Weeping Alone.
Yeah, my wife had to go dancing afterwards. I think she was just tired of the sobbing sound.
No part of that. The snotty nose all over her nice dress. Trying to hit the club.
No, with the Pacers t-shirt, though, at least. Like I said.
Yeah, that's right. Shout out, Erica.
That's right. She was repping hard for us.
Yeah.
Not
We
enough,
appreciate it.
When I explained to her that the Pacers never get anything nice, she was like, "Why didn't you tell me that before I became a fan?"
It's so the right answer.
I mean,
Can't you put a disclaimer on this for me? Come on.
now she's just stuck with
That's why
reality.
we can't have nice things.
So we can't have nice things. Well, I feel a little bit better after talking to you guys. So there's that.
Well, I did not do my job.
Wah, wah.